there, gang. Some of you who have been following me for a while know that hiking is my sanity maintenance. I'm also Norwegian, and Norwegians hike, drink, and chase the opposite sex. And since I don't drink anymore, I hike. So I wanted to talk to you today about a serious subject, and that is my better half has mentioned to me from time to time, and she's not obsessively, compulsively into fame or attention or getting all the plaudits in the world. That's not her thing. She comes from a very accomplished family, but, so often she'll go, hey, you won all these awards and you did this and you did that, and, this sold very well, and people think a lot about this, why aren't you as well known as so-and-so or so-and-so? And, I appreciate that thought, but number one, for you artists out there, can't really think that way. It's kind of, other people can think that way, but it's kind of toxic, I think. I never think like that. I could care less. I'm happy for anybody who does well, even if I don't like that person, but I'd have to know them to not like them. But even if I don't like them and they're doing well, God bless, man. This business is hard enough, but it's also natural for artists to bitch. That's what we do. So what I would say is there's a lot of reasons for sometimes what appears that other people are getting all the juice. And some of that is just fate and circumstance and happenstance, and it doesn't necessarily have any real base in reality, well, in respect of how you should respond to it, because it's not about you. It might not even be about them. It might be the way they look. Timing, it could be timing. It could be that their particular song or their music fits a certain need at that moment. So that can be a lot of it. And sometimes they're really, really good, and they deserve the plaudits and all the attention. And I, again, say bravo. It doesn't last anyway. I mean, only the Beatles last. So that's another thing to consider. And it could also be that they have a lot of money and influence behind them. Yeah, it sucks, but that can be the way it is. So you have to accept that, and you have to deal with it. And that, again, is nothing that should be based on your reality, because if you don't have money and influence, who cares? Let them do their thing. I always think that talent wins out in the end. And that's why in my next video, we're going to talk about how to make your music bulletproof. Because I think if your music is indispensable, people will care. But I also think that there's not enough room in the industry for everybody to get plaudits all the time. So think about that and put it into perspective and try not to get down, and we'll try to move forward in future videos to see how we can make you better, all right?